Aloha! This is the second video. We are building this channel together. YouTube basically bullied me into starting this. So now I've got this crazy idea. What I'm planning to do is create maybe 5, maybe more different channels at once, all starting from not having a single clue of how to build them. So again, this is video 2. What we're working on is that each of these early videos is going to have some stepwise improvement. What is the improvement in this one? Well, the last one I noticed the audio was kind of off. Now, if you'll recall from the first one, the first video that we made together, that was created because I started getting micro-targeted by YouTube simply because I was making commercials to promote my local company here in Honolulu, Hawaii. It thought I was trying to start a YouTube channel. So all of a sudden, all my normal recommendations flew out the window, and it was just, hey, start a channel, do this, do that. Start a channel, what are you waiting for? Then it started to get spooky and say things like, hey, if you're in midlife and you'd like to talk, you should start a YouTube channel. So here we are. This is my midlife crisis. One thing that I have noticed prior to the crisis was that the commercials that I was making for my company here at Honolulu, the audio was just not nearly good enough. It was just so slightly too bad. Now, honestly, for someone who's just starting up a behavioral practice in ABA, it's whatever. But for someone who's starting a YouTube channel for you to follow along and build with, I would love if you were to join me. So please feel free to like and subscribe and build along with me. You can make the stepwise changes with me as we learn together. Well, you know what? The first thing really, you can probably put up with some low quality video footage, but if you're going to be watching a video and you're going to be listening to a voice, you're probably going to want very crisp audio, aren't you? So what have we changed? I was using a Saramonic microphone. It was clipped here and it was plugged in USB-C to my iPhone 16 Pro. That's what I'm shooting this on. And I did a test yesterday. It was actually better without that terrible microphone. So the next thing I did is I went online and I just searched, hey, what is the main best microphone to use with this camera? Because let's be honest, I'm not going to invest at this point into an entirely new camera when I got 0 views except my own on that first video. So the new microphone is on the way. It's justifiable because I am still making the commercials for the local business content that's promoting my company. So it'll come in handy whether or not we actually see any growth with this channel. Hopefully we do. And then what else have we changed? I was recording via Adobe Premiere. I think that's what it was called. It was an iPhone app. There's also a desktop version. It looks like that might not be the best thing to record it in. So we have switched. We have switched to, I believe this is the Blackmagic app. It's free, which is nice. And then I don't know if you know anything about Adobe, but they're kind of evil. And they have this subscription set up whereby if you subscribe, you can cancel. Oh, sure. But if you cancel, they fine you. And you end up paying for like the entire duration of a year's worth of their subscription anyway. So you might as well just stay subscribed. I imagine that's only legal because Adobe executives or whatever have bribed our representatives in Washington. But anyway, here we are. So after this is done, because I have to have it anyway, or I'll be, fined by Adobe, I'm going to use some Adobe product. I think they call it Adobe Premiere. They have an AI feature for sound that I will be using to clean up the sound. So this is the second video. I'm going to also create a playlist. So hopefully in the future, if you're watching this, you'll also see the initial video there somewhere on the screen as well. And then in addition to that, we'll just build out the playlist. So that's another thing that I saw on a recent video, is that really, especially early on, all these videos should be put into a playlist. One more thing, if you are looking to start a channel, that I found out last night when I was going to upload this predecessor, the predecessor video to this video, is that apparently it takes YouTube like 24 hours to generate the automatic subtitles. The interesting thing about that is apparently the algorithm uses the subtitles to help it determine how it should push out the video. So some creators have been uploading and letting it sit there for 24 hours or even 48 before they make the video public. So what that then does is the algorithm apparently knows at that point how to push it out better. And I guess the assumption is that the algorithm isn't penalizing you for low viewership that first 24 or 48 hours if the video is set to private. Whereas if I'm creating a video and I'm just setting it to public and it hasn't been able to create the subtitles, then what happens is it still might be punishing me, even though it doesn't know how to index this and push it out to the correct audience. So anyway, this is the end of this video, basically. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to continue talking because cards are going to be up on the screen. One is going to be like the circular card that you can click and I guess subscribe. And then I guess the other one will be the video, the prior video. What I did not do yesterday because I did not know is that you really want like 20 seconds of you just kind of rambling or sitting there silently or whatever the case may be for these cards to appear on the screen so that people have time to process it and get over to the remote control or their desktop or their phone and click, like or subscribe or click the next video. Anyway, that's what's going on here. I want to thank you so much for watching this second video. And then, I think for the thumbnail, I wanted to do something silly, like hold my hands over my ears and go like, oh, or something, because the audio was bad in the first one. And so hopefully the audio in this one will be better. It won't be as good, I imagine, as it will get, as again, this is just using the iPhone as a microphone. And hey, I told you already, this is just going to be me learning, right? So every single one of these, let's say the audio is worse when I've done what I'm going to do using the iPhone microphone, it's still going to be uploaded, right? So this is video 2. We'll see if the audio is better or we'll see if it is worse. Again, to recap, the changes that we've made, we've switched from the Ceremonic USB-C microphone to the iPhone microphone. We've switched from Adobe Rush app to record to the Blackmagic app to record. And then to process, we won't be using Adobe Rush on the phone. We'll be using Adobe Premiere's AI for the audio feature on the desktop before we submit. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead while we wait for that new microphone, and we're going to put this video and the past video into a playlist. And then now we've got this more time at the end of the video for the cards to appear on the screen. Something that we'll be doing in a future video, a little preview, is we'll be talking about creating a like short form vertical content that's maybe 20 seconds to a minute that hopefully will be able to drive traffic to these longer form videos. So these are some of the things that I have been thinking about and learning so far, and hopefully you're learning with me. And hey, let me know what you think. Let me know, if you're building with me. Let me know what kind of things you would like to see. And in addition, hey, why don't I plug some of the other channels that don't yet exist? This is going to become, I can already tell, it's very fun to do, a hobby of mine. Another hobby is travel planning, and funding the travel, which I do through credit card points. So that'll be one of its own channels. And then there'll be some other stuff. I like writing. I love reading, both fiction and nonfiction. Um, and yeah, those are just some of the things. I love food. I love sushi, and Hawaii is a great place to get sushi. So I'm thinking about maybe a Hawaii slash sushi adventure channel or channels as well. So those are sort of maybe the 4 or 5 or however many channels we'll be putting together. And once they're all set up, we'll be plugging them all. Hey, sounds cool. So anyway, I've definitely got long enough of rambling for these cards to have appeared on screen. So for now, I'm going to say thank you so much for watching however much of this video you did. If you like and subscribe, you can join the journey of growth here that hopefully occurs. Thank you so much. Aloha.